Alright guys, so before we kick this video off, I just want to ask everybody here a very quick question. We all collectively agree that Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is already the best character in the game, right? I mean, there's no debate on this, right? We haven't even tested the character out, and just from his kit itself, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. We're going to be talking about this in just one bit, as well as I'm going to be showing you guys the best builds for this character so you guys can get ready. Because don't forget, guys, tonight, the Ultra Equipment Bonanza comes out. So take advantage of that and combine it with this video to prepare yourselves for this monstrosity of a unit. Now, I also want you guys to comment down below, how many Chrono Crystals do you guys have or plan on spending on Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Comment down below. I'll be going live tonight, guys, for the summons as soon as the banner goes live, 30 minutes before actually. So if you guys want to go to my live tab, hit this notify me button right there and we can summon together. Should be a good time, hopefully. Hopefully it's not a bad time. But yeah, best of luck to everybody summoning. But guys, let's not waste any time. The first thing I want to talk about is this guy's cover changes, okay? Or actually, you know what? The first thing I want to talk about is this guy already affecting the meta in itself. Can we talk about how before this character came out, Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan was probably the scariest unit in the game, and now not so much. I mean, you could technically pair the two up together, right? You could do that. But it's a considerable drop-off, and on top of that, a considerable drop-off for this guy. This guy's just dead. It's sad to see. It's a sad day to see Super Saiyan God Goku, you know, finally getting his LF and then dropping off so fast. I'm not going to get into it, but it's a sad day. Now, this guy's stock went up so much. As a matter of fact, a lot of yellow, character stock went up so much. Now, the reason why this guy's stock came up so much, not only is he good, of course, but he's also got Salt, Chain Assault, which, of course, would negate Gogeta's, unique gauge, which is extremely broken, which we'll get into in just one bit as well. I'll show you guys the best equipment for that Gogeta because it's quite scary. I mean, this guy has a multitude of options in terms of equipment, and we still got more equipment coming out tonight. So we'll get into that in just one bit. Now, this guy definitely, he mooned in stock. So did Ultra UI Goku. So did Super Baby 2. I mean, the yellow characters are really eating good. Okay. And because of the yellow, because we'll see more yellow characters, that also means that red characters are eating good, right? Because you need a counter to a counter. So Super 17 is eating good. The kind of list just kind of goes on from there. Supreme Kai, he's freaking annoying to play against, man. The locking of strike cards, super annoying. But let's get into some of his, really quick. I just want to mention this. He does have a universal cover change, okay? Which, you can switch in with blast, strikes, and he'll switch, kind of like the old Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? Now, the thing is, he also has a unique gauge, right? Which pretty much counters everything. And it's funny because his unique gauge, and I'm going to show you guys right now. So, his unique gauge also, it's kind of cutting off, but his unique gauge also works upon cover changing. So you can cover change, technically speaking, up to 5 times if you have your unique gauge full, right? So his gimmick also works on cover changes, which is extremely broken. Not a lot of people are talking about this, right? Okay, so besides all that, let's talk about some of this guy's equipment, okay? He is going to get 3 equipments coming out tonight, of course. We got the equipment to the left-hand side, which is co-op related, right? And this is for Saiyan, Fusion Warrior, and GT. The one in the middle is for Fusion Warrior and Element Purple. And the one to the right-hand side is for GT. Now, he did technically also get one because of the Fusion Warrior equipment that came out for Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, which we'll cover in just one bit. But yeah, the Ultra Equipment Bonanza comes out tonight. You won't believe the amount of equipment this guy can hold. So let's get into it. Okay. The first thing, I'm just going to go all over the place here, okay? So the first equipment I'm going to pull out is this one. This is specifically for GT characters, okay? So this is great because it gives base health, of course, as you guys can see here. Base health is always nice, right? On the first slot, up to 10%, which we'll be building some health here, guys. You'll see up to over 30% health, right? Which is a lot. So, base health, right? And then here on the second slot, you get base blast attack as well as pure blast attack, 15% and 12%, so nearly 30%. And pure, of course, blast attack. He's not a blast unit, but he also does the same thing down here for strike, which is great, right? So very offensive and tanky as well because of the base health. And this is when tag GT and Fusion Warrior is a battle member. So pretty simple stuff. And then in the one at the bottom is a character other than this character is a GT. So you technically do need a GT, member. There's so many good GT characters, right? Super Baby 2, Super 17. So you guys can, kind of go wild with that. Speaking of Super 17, if you guys want to pair him up with Super 17, you guys very much well can with this equipment here. 28% to both base strike defense as well as base blast defense on the first 2 slots. And then you get pure, guys, pure strike and pure blast attack when tag GT and Android 17 is a battle member. So great equipment to pair up with these two right here. Great to pair up with, Super 17, okay? So in the beginning of the video, I did mention that this character technically did get another fusion equipment because of the LF Fusion Mechanic Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and it's this one right here, which is uberly broken. You get health restoration and special move damage up to 10%, right? And then on the second slot, you get 20% to strike defense. And then on the third slot, you get base strike attack up to 38% because he is a melee character. So don't forget that, right? So if you guys want to pair up this equipment here, which gives health restoration up to 10%, alongside this equipment here, which also gives health restoration up to 10%, because this character could heal quite a bit, right? This is a great combo. You also get base strike attack up to 30% here, and then you get some beefy stats in the middle with base strike defense and base blast defense up to 20% each, right? Which is great. Another one here is this one, more GT centered. So if you guys want to pair up the first equipment that I showed you, which has base health, right, which is this one, alongside the one I just showed you right now, which also has base health. That's already up to 20% base health, okay, guys? But this one, you do need at least 3 GT battle members in your squad to get the pure blast attack and pure strike attack, right? You also get some defense as well. So this is great for a GT squad. And like I said, we're all over the place here because this guy has a ton of equipment, guys, okay? This is the next one. I love this one. So this one, you get an extra base health up to 12.5%, which is great. So technically speaking, if you combine this equipment here, which has 10 base health, as well as this one, which also has 10 base health, including the one I just showed you, which has 12.5, that equals 32.5% to his base health, which is crazy. That's a lot. And then you combine some extra, base health in your bench, you could get up to 50%, guys. Even more, technically speaking, up to 50% to his base health, which is crazy, right? So this one's great because it's also strike oriented because he is a melee type unit. You get base strike attack up to 13% here, as well as 12.5. So you get, what is it? It's 25% to base strike, which is great. You also get ultimate damage and special move damage up to 12.5% and 13% here. So his ultimate is going to be hitting like a truck because he also has a tap mechanic, very much so like Ultra Vegeta Blue, right? Which increases dramatically or greatly increases your ultimate move damage. So this is another great one. And this, by the way, guys, is for Super Saiyan 4 and melee types. So this is perfect for him because he is Super Saiyan 4. He's also a melee. Speaking of melee, this is a very basic one here, but this is always good for the newer players, I guess. Not even that. I mean, this is just a pretty solid equipment all around. You get, what is it? It's 15%, and then you get 15. So you get 45% to base strike attack, and then 30% to base strike defense. So another pretty good, solid equipment for any melee type unit. A very good one just to keep in your bank, like 3 of these, right? At least 3 of these, right? So this next one is one of the latest ones. It's called Give Up Boo. So if you guys are planning on using both Part 1 LFs in, Fusion Mechanic, Super Vegito, as well as Fusion Mechanic, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and then of course the brand new Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, this is a crazy equipment, guys. You need 3 Fusion members, Fusion Warrior members, right? Of course. So basically Part 1 and Part 3. And then the first slot, you get 22% to base critical. And you get some pure strike attack here on the second slot, as well as some pure blast attack on the third slot. So really good equipment for fusions, right? And like I said, this guy has so many. I mean, look at all these options I'm giving you guys. It's insane. And we're getting 3 more equipments tonight. So this next one's pretty solid. 38% to base strike, which is good. 10% to special move damage here. And then some, it's okay. I wouldn't really invest in this one actually because it's an Awakening. These are kind of hard to farm. Although we are going to get the Ultra Equipment Bonanza tonight. So this is a pretty solid one, including this one as well, which is pretty tanky. As you guys can see, pure strike, base strike defense, and pure blast defense all around. So very, very beefy. And this is for what? For GT. So yeah. But yeah, guys, I mean, we'll be summoning here on the channel 40,000 crystals. It's a lot. It's a lot. So stop by tonight. The leaks comes out in a few hours from now, so keep those notifications on, like what, 4 hours from now. I'm very curious to see about the banner. We probably should be seeing Super Baby 2. I would hope so in the banner. It would make sense, of course, right? But hopefully they switch around the banner a little bit, but I'm not holding my breath on that. We'll find that out in a few hours from now when the leaks comes out, and I'll post it here on my channel as soon as we get info. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in a few hours for the leaks. Have a good one. Peace.